Alright, what is up guys? Welcome back to the video, and today we're going to take a look at this beautiful redstone contraption. It is a door that opens with a key card. And yeah, but first guys, I want to ask you a quick question. So, what type of videos do you guys want to see? Do you want to see videos like this, where I just take a contraption that I have already built and then just showcase it to you, like explain everything in detail? Or do you want to see videos where I build a contraption sort of live with live commentary and then like share my thought process, like how I think when I am building redstone contraptions? So just let me know, guys, like real quick down in the comments below. But without any further ado, let's get into the actual thing. Just to illustrate the point, how it works. Basically, I just take this red wool item, drop it here, the door opens, I walk through, and I get my item back. Beautiful. But how does it actually work? So, first of all, this redstone torch is powering the block, below the door, so that opens the door. And it's constantly outpowered by, or like depowered, unpowered by this redstone torch. Now, when we unpower this redstone torch, we power that one and we open the door. And we do that in a very simple way, using a comparator, and we take an output from a hopper. As you know, comparators can take outputs from filled containers, and the signal strength increases with the number of items in the container. So for example, for a hopper, there is 22 items, and this gives signal strength of 1, as you can see here. That is not powered. Now when I drop an item in here, that goes up to 2, that unpowers the torch and powers that torch. So that powers the system. And well, and that's basically how the door opens. It's a pretty simple, contraption actually. This is nothing complicated. But well, the thing is that we also need to get our item back, obviously. So for that we have a hopper line here where the item travels through all the way here into this dropper, and now the dropper will get power and send the item up, with it into this bubble stream that will transport the item up. And as you saw, here is already an item pre-placed. And well, the idea of it I will explain in a second. Obviously, we can't just have a hopper line here, right? Because we would drain all the items from here, and that just wouldn't work. The system wouldn't work. So for that, we have this hopper. By the way, I just realized this is like the most useless block ever. So this hopper is locked with a redstone torch. It's directly powered. Lock the hopper. Items can travel in, but not out of it. So, and now the idea is that we just unpower the redstone torch for a short amount of time, allowing only one item to travel through. And basically how we do this is that we know that it takes 0.4 seconds or 4 redstone ticks for one item to travel through a hopper. So utilizing that, whenever this redstone torch turns on, it also powers this, which moves on an observer with a sticky piston, and that gets a 1-tick pulse for us. And now we just extend the 1-tick pulse to 4 ticks, and we also add some delay with the repeaters so that the door would stay open for a longer time, because obviously when this item gets removed from here, then that extra item that we put in, when that is removed, as we boom, then the door will close, as you heard it. So yeah, because obviously there is no signal here anymore, it's the signal strength of 1. That's why we need the delay, because if we put no delay in here, then the door would stay open for like 0.4 seconds, and that would just not be enough. And yeah, and that's basically how this thing works. And the idea is that why we need like a different item in here, why we can't just use this one, is because well, it takes a lot of time for this item, to get from the hopper all the way, to the dropper, because you just need to sit there, like it waits, until the door closes, and then it also has to travel through all these hoppers, which is not much time in the real world, but in the redstone world, it's quite many ticks, and it's just would take a ton of space to add so much delay into the the dropper, in front of the dropper, to like actually get the signal at the right time. As we can see, we just get the signals here, straight from this redstone torch right now. And it just makes it so much easier because you just don't have to pack all these other repeaters in here. So it just makes the design a lot smaller and more compact, which is obviously always very nice. And this is basically the whole contraption explained. And well, obviously, this hopper here actually is just empty. It's kind of pointless. I don't really know why I put it in here, but well, it doesn't really matter. So, and obviously, if we try to, put in any other items, then they just won't go through. They won't go into the system because, that hopper will take them, but, this one is filled with red wool or your key cards, and which I'm just using red wool to like showcase the build. So yeah, that is the whole contraption explained. Now, and obviously, if you just want to get out from this side, then you just press a button. So yeah, you just press the button. You're gonna be a little quick. But yeah, the thing is that it's not like a very so obviously it's not a prison. It's more like a treasure chamber, treasure room, where you like want to block people from getting in. So yeah, that's pretty nice. Now, if you look at this build, obviously the major like pro is that it's very simple. It's super easy to understand. If you know how the comparator works, how the redstone torch works, and the repeaters, then you can understand this build very easily, and you can build it by yourself without needing a block by block tutorial. So that's definitely a very good thing. Now, and also, if you look at my other designs, then this one is quite small. Like, it's actually quite small for like my build. Like it's pretty nice. The only place where it like sticks out and it's not beautiful is here. That repeater, little circle type of thing. Just to like add the delay. It's not nicely packed. So yeah, I might try to change that in the future. Or if you're trying to like replicate this build, then you might want to try and change it so they would be better placed. And now the major downside or con is that, well, it is quite costly to build in survival. First of all, you need a ton of iron for this hopper line, which is actually not that big of a deal if you have an iron farm, so you can farm it quite easily. But since you use 24 of your key cards, and you probably want to have like an actual key card, like that is a renamed item, because that way it's just safer. People won't randomly try to guess like some random items that get through. Then good luck at grinding the levels to rename 24 items. But other than that, it's a pretty good design in my opinion. So yeah, this is it for the video. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed. And yeah, write down in the comments below like what do you want to see for future videos, and also like how did you like this video. Give me some feedback. It would be very much appreciated. I hope that you will have a wonderful day, and catch you in the next one. Bye!